Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your January 2024 mid-month general reading. We are looking at the last half of January, the last 2 weeks of the very first month of a brand new year. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope that your holidays, and as we continue to move through the beginning of this year, I hope it's peaceful and joyful for all of you. Thanks for being here, watching these videos, liking, sharing, subscribing, especially hitting that like button. Always my appreciation for all that you do in support of this channel. Those of you who reach out for personal readings, refer and recommend me, I'm always very grateful for that as well. Okay. This reading is for the water sign of Scorpio for the last 2 weeks of January 2024. If your sun, moon, rising, Venus sign is in Scorpio, if you're cross-watching for a Scorpio, it's also relevant. Watch all of your other signs for additional insight and perspective they may provide. General readings, of course, may resonate a little differently for everyone, but the fundamental energy remains the same. It is helpful sometimes to watch your other videos. Now, if you find something really does hit home with you, it really resonates with you, you'd like to unpack it a little bit, take a deeper look at something, and reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, or you simply like the reading style. If you're interested in a reading, please email me at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. You can see that info also by clicking the description of this video. I would be delighted to hear from you. I do offer a pretty wide variety of readings in all areas of life, different types, lengths, styles, budgets. There's something in there for everyone. I can usually get back to you the same day with that information. And I do readings full time, so I'm pretty diligent about timely scheduling if that matters to you. And still pretty hot right now are the 6 and 12 month overviews I do, which take a look at all the main areas of your life, what's coming in for the next 6 or 12 months, which you can do any time of the year, but the end of one year and the beginning of a new year is, of course, a popular time for it, so something else to keep in mind. Okay, Scorpio, I am using the Tarot of Dreams, clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite. Let's see what the last half of January 2024 looks like for you. All right, we begin with an epiphany, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Air, the Ace of our intellect, perspective, perceptions, right? So the Ace of Swords represents seeing something in a brand new light, or a perspective, a truth, really, a reality, kind of like the light bulb going off over your head. All of a sudden, something is revealed with, the Knight of Cups. So knights are movers and shakers of the tarot. They always have a mission and a quest, right? They take what they learned as pages and they begin to mature, and they charge out as knights to begin to manifest with it. There's no gray areas here with the Knight of Cups. This is the Knight of Water, or emotion, or love. So this is an offer, an opportunity, charging forward with you, being very open, kind of blatant. It's an offer or opportunity driven by love, support, encouragement, caring. Could be love and romance. With the Ace of Swords with it, it may be somebody that you already know, or somebody that you've met, or somebody in your kind of tribe or your community, and you just maybe didn't see them that way, or didn't know that they felt that way about you. But we'll see. I mean, I do try to interpret first what I get intuitively, and then I try to look at it in a secondary or tertiary way of what else it can mean in other areas of life, although sometimes the cards come out pretty clearly skewed towards one area. But we'll see. So next we have the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, showing up as a king, but general reading could be female as well. This is the King of Fire. Charismatic, energetic, probably easy on the eyes, a good leader, a good delegator, somebody who's very, they know how to go after what they want, they know how to get things done, but they're mature enough to do it in a fairly balanced way, meaning that they've harnessed, that lovely fire energy, which probably as a page or a knight was all over the place, but as a king or queen, this is somebody who knows how to harness that in order to manifest whatever it is that they want to do or accomplish or gain. This person is significant to you somehow, Scorpio. With that, we have the Devil, which is obsessive energy. Now, it doesn't always have to be bad. It often is a negative or challenging energy because it represents so much obsessive focus in one area that it becomes detrimental, which is why it's often a card that shows up for addictions, obsessions. Now, this can be productive energy, like if you're starting a new business or you're trying to complete a degree or something, and you just have to pour the majority of your energy into this one area to kind of exclude everything else. That can be a beneficial and productive energy if it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. But past a certain point, it becomes habit and pattern, and then it becomes unhealthy. Of course, it can represent just an unhealthy obsessive link between you and this person, or this person towards you. Could be an unhealthy relationship, and maybe you're seeing that. I don't know. Next, we have the Eight of Swords. This is a card about feeling trapped, held hostage. This is an energy, but what you're being held hostage by is the swords. Swords is governed by the element of air, which governs our intellectual landscape, how we see things, perspectives, perceptions, ideologies. That's what's keeping this person trapped. This can represent being in a place where you say, I can't free myself from a situation. Maybe it's this relationship or connection to this person, this King of Wands. I can't because of this. I can't because of that. I can't because of the other thing. The swords represent the reasons and excuses we keep ourselves stuck in something because of perhaps the challenge or pain we would have to go through in order to disengage, and also fear of an unknown future. But the only person really holding you back is you. It's what's up here. With that, we have the Eight of Coins. This is something you've put a lot of work into. It might be work itself. It could be job, because coins or pentacles is governed by the energy of earth. And the earth energy area of our life is often practical, tangible things. But even if it's emotional things, the earth element area of our life represents things in our life, or things we want to get in our life, that makes us feel secure, stable, solid, not fearful, things that we can really rely on, the efforts we put into gaining and maintaining those things, right? So the Eight of Coins represents a lot of work being put into something. We're already up in an 8 here. So this is with the Eight of Swords. It feels like for some of you, it could be a relationship. For some of you, a romantic relationship. You've been in this relationship for a long time, and even though it's perhaps not a healthy relationship, or it hasn't worked out to your benefit, your abundance, your joy, you perhaps have put a lot of time and effort and whatever else into it, and that's what's holding you there. I mean, there's a saying, don't spend a long time or forever in a mistake simply because it took you a long time. You invested a lot of time making that mistake, right? It's kind of what this feels like a bit here. It could be a job too, but again, there's an unhealthy attachment here, I think. No, there is. I can feel it. All right, from the bottom of the deck, for overall energy, we have the Nine of Swords. My least favorite card in the tarot. I mean, the Nine of Swords, again, it's that intellectual energy. This is somebody who is obsessively, negatively worrying about an unknown future, but in the worst possible outcome. Like, it's trying to envision what's going to happen in the future, and what you envision is almost always like the worst possible negative outcome. What if this happens? What if this doesn't happen? It doesn't mean that the source of your concern isn't valid, but the Nine of Swords represents overthinking it, dwelling on it so obsessively that it becomes this horrible thing in your head that doesn't really fit the actual external reality of the situation. I don't like seeing this because it's an unhealthy and, toxic level of stress, anxiety, and worry about an unknown future. But you can cut that down automatically. I mean, forewarned, forearmed, that's why we do these readings, right? Typically, the Nine of Swords represents it's not as bad, or it's not going to be as bad or as horrible as you think it is. Let's clarify that Nine of Swords. Let's take another look at it. Like, for example, if it's breaking up with this person with whom there's a obsessive but unhealthy level of attraction to, it might be that it's difficult, painful, maybe they don't react well, but it's not going to be as bad as you imagine it. We have the Ace of Wands, an exciting new beginning. I think there's another offer coming in here, and that's what's stressing you out. You're going to have to move away from this energy, and you're trying to tell yourself you can't because of the history you've put into it. Again, it might not be a romantic relation. It might just be an unhealthy attachment some other way. It might be something at work as well. Nine of Pentacles, independence, self-sufficiency, self-empowerment. The Knight of Cups again. Clarify the Ace of Swords. The World. So this is the culmination of a journey. It's coming to an end. There's a long journey. Perhaps it's been a difficult journey. A long journey is coming to an end. And you have manifested some kind of new offer or opportunity. Remember, that Ace of Swords is with that Knight of Cups. And I think this is the source of the stress. I think that whatever is this unhealthy combination, you've been longing for something else. And whether you've been doing it actively or maybe more metaphysically, you've been manifesting and manifesting and manifesting to want something different. And there's something else coming in here, and you've done it. Something else, there's a new offer or opportunity coming in here. Let's take a look at this Knight of Cups and see what this is about. Got that Knight of Cups twice. He's really charging in with some offer. I don't think it's this King of Wands. I think this King of Wands won't want to let you go, though. The Ace of Cups, the Three of Cups. Okay, look. Well, let's just use the other Knight of Cups, for example. Okay. This is a classic trio of cards. It's about maybe in one blinding realization, finding or discovering love, a new love or romance connection in your friendship group or your community. And if it's not mutual, it would be kind of this person coming to you and like just laying it all out for you, and you're like, oh my gosh, what? But it feels like there might be some mutual, energy here coming in. Secondarily, if it's not a romantic situation, it could be in work or business, finances, and it's an offer. That's really good. It may leave you it may put you in a position of financial and material independence and self-confidence and self-empowerment of your own. And it scares or threatens somebody that you have an unhealthy relationship with, because they see it as potentially taking away from you, which is still a relationship issue, right? It just might be, it feels like there's a combination of relationship, romantic relationship, and practical financial material considerations. It may be for a third-party situation under the romance umbrella. It may be that you've been in a relationship. It could be an offer that, while it's love-driven, it also has a pretty strong practical and material element to it as well, which is the source of the stress. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I have to make a choice one way or the other. But there's a really strong connection to this King of Wands, and a lot of reasons and justifications going on in your head about why you can't move forward with a new opportunity. Let's take a look at the King of Wands with the Devil. Judgment. So there's a significant life path, fork in the road choice here about this person. And the outcome of judgment is typically long-lasting, if not permanent or final, meaning whatever you choose is what you're going to be left with. So choose carefully, choose wisely. Four of Wands and Ten of Wands. Four of Wands is the happy home card, but the Ten of Wands, it feels like someone is, and it may be you, it may be that within a relationship you've still been left with dealing with most, if not everything, on your own, everything very separate. Perhaps it's been a partnership. And it could even be work too, where technically it's supposed to be a partnership, but really you end up feeling like you're the one that has to bear the burden of everything most of the time, or do it on your own. Perhaps it's being in a relationship with somebody that you have an emotional investment in, and they want the benefits of being in a relationship without the mutual responsibilities and moral obligations of it. Let's take a look at the Devil. And I also think this person does not want to lose you. Yeah, the Three of Pentacles, teamwork, collaboration. Again, could be third-party situation. Here's another king, the King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra here, with the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles. This is true long-term stability and security, and somebody that they feel is worth that, the best, the absolute best, secure. It feels like an offer here. It feels like you're involved in an unhealthy relationship, regardless of the nature of that relationship. There's an offer coming in that's really beautiful, that, again, actively or maybe metaphysically, you've manifested this through your longing, and here it is. But the clincher here, the kicker is, this Eight of Swords and this Eight of Coins, but I've put all this work into this other thing, I don't know if I can. There's reasons and excuses in your head about, why you can't walk away. You can. And, there's Major Arcana here. She probably should. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords again. The reasons and excuses, the justifications and excuses are strong. That King of Wands again. And Death, ending so that transformation can occur. Be careful of this energy, Scorpio. It's trying to keep you in a negative place, a negative connection, a negative relationship. That's what the Devil card energy does. They could free themselves from this cage. The door is wide open. But the Devil card energy, while unhealthy and potentially toxic, is seductive, right? The seduction is all those swords, those thoughts in the head. Be careful of that. This is what keeps us stuck in unhealthy relationships too long. That seductive element, right? Which translates into, those reasons and thoughts. Oh, but there's this, but there's that, But if it wasn't for just this one thing, everything would be perfect. But then it's all about that one thing, right? Eight of Coins. It could... the Devil. This is not healthy. The amount of work that's gone into this with very little to show for it is not healthy. This feels like somebody who, and they're like, yeah, but one day they'll wake up, and one day they'll, Yeah, Five of Wands, internal conflict, external conflict, Four of Cups, over an offer, Two of Pentacles, and having to choose another offer. This is a new, beautiful looking offer that honors you and validates you and supports you and nurtures you. But you're involved with something or someone that doesn't, and this new offer threatens them terribly. And it's also difficult for you because you have this attachment. It's all over this. Whether that new offer is romantic, for many of you it looks like it is, or whether it's financial and, an unhealthy romantic connection is feeling threatened by that because they think, oh, well, then she won't, Maybe this person's been telling you that you need them, or they make you feel like you need them because that's, because you do. And now all of a sudden there's an offer that you wouldn't. And so that they're threatened by that. It feels sticky, messy. But you can free yourself from it. And it's quite clear that you should. Free will, free agency. But let's see what Spirit says. Spirit says, Wheel of Fortune, divine timing and orchestration is bringing something in for you. The Chariot and the Ace of Swords again, to move forward on this new offer and opportunity, to move forward on this new insight, this new potential thing that's coming from a place that you also know. A person that you know. I feel it's this King of Swords, although they could be any sign, really. It's a gift to bring the sun energy. This gift is bringing the energy of the sun, light, love, warmth, laughter, illumination, clarity. and an uplifting and releasing of all of this heavy negative. It's all on me. I have got to do everything all on my, it negates that. That's what this offer brings. And Spirit is quite clearly encouraging you to move forward on that insight because they themselves have brought it. This is God's kind of thumb, right? Again, free will, free agency, but forewarned is forearmed. I mean, that's why we do these readings, right? It's pretty clear that Spirit, as often is the case, wants you to move forward on this new opportunity and away from something that may hold its own kind of tempting seduction, but is ultimately not healthy, at the very least. All right, I'm just going to leave it there, Scorpio. Kind of intense. Those are your messages for the last half of January 2024. I hope you found them useful. I hope they brought you some clarity or some validation. Again, if it did resonate and you'd like to take a deeper look at it, or you simply like the reading style, if you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can also see that email address, that info, by clicking the description of this video. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the February general readings. I hope you continue to move through the beginning of this new year, this new annual cycle, in a peaceful and joyful way. I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.